I am Perez Hilton. Thank you for watching my video. I am using this word on my daily recap videos. I'm going to go live every single day that I do them. And at the end of this video, when I'm done with all my spiel, I will take your questions and I will be interacting with you directly on here. And I'm super excited about that, but I'll leave that for the end so that if anybody is watching this on replay, it's not that awkward, like watching me be interrupted, looking at the questions and responding to questions. So I want to start off by talking about Kanye West. Even though he is in Wyoming right now, finishing up his albums, plural, he is still making a ton of headlines. And one that particularly got my attention was this headline, an article in People magazine. Kanye West is going off because he refused to take his meds, claimed a source. I need to remind us all of something. First and foremost, Kanye himself has never acknowledged that he is suffering from any mental illness. All that he has said is that in the past, he had a mental breakdown or a nervous breakdown. We don't know what is wrong with Kanye, if anything is wrong with Kanye. A lot of people are falsely assuming he's bipolar or this or that or the other. But those are just assumptions. For all we know, Kanye could just be clinically depressed or suffer from anxiety. We don't know, okay? So if he decided as an adult to stop taking the medication that his doctors suggested that he should take, I don't have a problem with that. Medication works for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't want to be on medication, especially if it really changes who you are. And clearly, Kanye doesn't believe, and those around him don't think that he is a threat to himself. He is not a danger to himself or anybody else. If he were, then I would say, okay, clearly listen to your doctor and take the medication as prescribed. Kanye said earlier in the week, they told him to take it every day. He's only taking it once or twice a week. When I was in college, not even college, when was it? It was 2005. I was going through a very depressed state. I've spoken about this before. For a period of months, I was stuck in a job that I hated, and I was thinking of killing myself. I had suicidal thoughts every damn day. I went to go to the free clinic because I didn't have health insurance, and they said I was bipolar. False diagnosis. How could you diagnose somebody as bipolar upon your initial consultation? This woman gave me bipolar medication. I took it, and I just knew. It did not make me feel okay. That's not who I am. I was just depressed. So let us ease up on this Kanye mental illness thing because we really don't know if he has mental illness or what mental illness he has. Okay, I had to get that off my chest. In other Kanye news, my podcast co-host says he doesn't really like to pay attention to what Kanye says because it's just Twitter, man. But it's not just Twitter, Chris Booker. What Kanye is saying and is doing is having real world repercussions and consequences. According to Reuters, check this out. On April 22nd, Donald Trump's approval rating with black men was at 11%. A week later, his approval rating with black men doubled. The Kanye effect. Speaking of Kanye, I am selling a new shirt in my merch store, which if you're interested in the Kanye story, you may like this t-shirt. You can look it up at buypopstuff.com. And since I'm shamelessly promoting, I'm also on Cameo. You can get a personalized video greeting from me at the Cameo app directly on there, or go visit their URL, bookcameo.com/Perez Hilton. And also, and I'll move on to other things, but before, let me finish my plugging. Follow me on Instagram, the Perez Hilton, and also Perez Hilton. All right, well, in the wake of all of Kanye's Kanye-isms and hurtful words in the eyes of many people, especially what he had to say about slavery, a radio station in Detroit, 105.1 The Bounce, has said that they are going to stop playing Kanye's music. They're trying to create this new movement, Mute Kanye. Hey, totally their choice. And I think it's a little hollow. I doubt this radio station would have played new Kanye music anyways. Did you guys listen to Lift Yourself? I did. Ain't no radio station's gonna be playing Poop Diddy Scoop Poop Poop. Also, Kanye, I mean, he's in the middle of nowhere making his albums and continues to get so much negative attention and create headlines all over the world. It's insane. He has been called out by a former Nike designer for stealing his sketches. Kanye has acknowledged that in a moment of excitement and energy, he posted something that was presented to him by one of his Yeezy designers, whom Kanye says has now been fired. Also, in addition to that radio station banning Kanye's music, there has been this online petition asking Adidas to drop their partnership with Kanye. However, the head of Adidas says Kanye and the Yeezy brand is a very important part of our brand. From a revenue standpoint, less so. Meaning they're not going to drop Kanye. But I love that they threw a little shade at him. All right, in more Kanye-related news, because when we talk about Kanye, we have to talk about his famous family. Khloe Kardashian has done something very telling on her Instagram. She has turned off the comments on all the photos of her and Tristan Thompson. And Us Weekly reporting they are fully back together, and there has even been a sighting of the two of them in Cleveland looking happy together. Khloe's mother, Kris Jenner, sat down with Ellen DeGeneres today to spill all the tea on Coco as well as Kanye and more. If you missed that interview, I have it up on my website. When I'm done with this live video, I will go in the description and put links to as many of the articles as I can. Earlier in the week, I tried to put links to all of the articles that I addressed in my video, but apparently there's a description limit, a max limit on videos here on YouTube, so I can't go over the description limit. I'm learning so much. And even more Jenner news, Caitlyn Jenner is getting married, according to reports. She is 68. Her girlfriend is still in college. 21-year-old Sophia Hutchins, also transgender. Now, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but I am saying don't sign a prenup, honey. Also, in financial and Jenner related news, Kylie Jenner's ex-boyfriend, Tyga, owes nearly $1 million in unpaid taxes. Tyga just can't catch a break. From Tyga on to other music-related news, also scandalous. This person I put up in my headline for this video. I am concerned for Demi Lovato for many reasons. First, a recap. She has been spotted out partying a lot recently, hitting up clubs, even hitting up a strip club with Bella Thorne. And Bella Thorne has a reputation for being a hard partier. Demi is allegedly sober and also owns a recovery center. Additionally, just this week, she announced on Twitter that she fractured a foot. Allegedly, after suffering an accident, she says, guess who fractured her foot walking down the stairs in Bali? Red flag for me. I don't want to generalize, but when recovering addicts start getting injuries, it's a red flag. Historically, it has happened repeatedly that they have then fallen off the wagon. And that's a sign of that. Also, she continues to be messy on social media, getting into this fight with a former friend of hers. If you want to find out more about the fight with her former BFF and saying, "Stop existing in my life," I'll put the link up afterwards. All right, on to even more music related news. Did you guys see Rihanna's interview or read it that she gave to Vogue magazine? I was a little bummed by it because she straight up pooed on Drake. She was talking specifically about Drake presenting her an award at the VMAs, and she says, quote, "The VMAs is such a fan-focused award show, so having that energy around me and knowing the people who had received the award in the past made it feel like a big deal. Wading through that speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. I don't like too many compliments. I don't like to be put on blast." Riri also said of her relationship with Drake, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is." I mean, I get it, you're not dating or even friends, but I probably wouldn't have said anything if I was her. I would have just said the nice things about her new boyfriend, which she did say. Also, Rihanna posted a photo on Instagram this week with her legs, and it appeared like she hadn't shaved in maybe a couple days, or maybe more than a couple days. I don't know. But people were freaking out because Rihanna had hairy legs. They didn't look that hairy to me. And if she wants to have her legs hairy, who cares? Her boyfriend's got no problem with it. Speaking of Drake, he is part owner of the Toronto Raptors basketball team, and he got in trouble with the NBA. They are upset that he not just heckled, but majorly insulted an NBA player during a game recently, calling him a blank blank, the F word and the P word. Like, first of all, like, heckling in their face, that's way more than heckling. That's invading their personal space. Like, and you're that close, they can hear you that well, and that kind of heckling, like, you can just, if you're gonna heckle because that's part of sports, a good old fashioned boo, or maybe just Khloe, Khloe. That would go a long way too. Also, speaking of rappers, from Drake to Nicki Minaj, she dropped 2 new music videos today, which I don't understand. People are busy. Why are you gonna drop 2 new music videos? Just do one this week and the other next week. I didn't watch both. I just watched like 30 seconds of each so I could get a sense of what they were both about. And more music related news, and also talking about music videos. Well, yesterday I made a reaction video to the new Christina Aguilera song. Basically, my reaction is accelerate. But she also released a music video along with the song, and it is glaring how much Christina Aguilera ripped off Miley Cyrus's music video for Do It. I have a comparison up on my website with the link below if you missed it. Christina has done this kind of thing before. All right. Speaking of Christina, she is burning some major bridges, saying that her time on The Voice was like a hamster in a wheel and an energy sucker, and just really dissing it majorly. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% fact, but I hear Christina did not quit The Voice. I hear she was fired. But you claim whatever you want to claim. Some news as well, additionally, from Christina Aguilera. She's going to be going on tour. I hope that she doesn't become too ambitious with her tour. I don't know if Christina could sell out arenas. If she played theaters like Radio City Music Hall or the Microsoft Theater here in Los Angeles, I think it would be a sellout. And especially if she prices it reasonably. Girl, check yourself. That's all I'm saying. All right, some news that broke this morning. Colton Haynes has called it quits on his marriage with florist to the stars Jeff Leatham. The pair had only been married for 6 months. So clearly some major drama went down. I wish that I could hear you guys because like I would love to hear you responding. Wait, let me see if you can share the screen on. Oh, you can. How cool. No, wait, share. Oh, can you share the screen on Facebook? I mean, on YouTube Live? I don't know. Anyways, maybe in the future. All right. We are hearing from Colton Haynes himself about the demise of his marriage. He released a song about it. I'll put the link below later. Basically, he says that his husband mistreated him, that Colton would travel around the world to be with his husband, and the husband prioritized work and other things besides him. I would happily be his rebound. Colton Haynes, as that is. All right, into more scandalous news from that quickie marriage ending to G-Eazy being arrested in Sweden for cocaine possession and assault. He got into a fight at a nightclub in Stockholm. His girlfriend Halsey was there. Allegedly, it all happened after a fan asked for a photo. G-Eazy said no. The fan left, came back later, started taking photos anyway. G-Eazy's bodyguard, or bodyguards plural, then took the guy's phone away, or the girl's phone, the person's phone away, and smashed it. That's when security from the club got involved, and G-Eazy punched one of the security people. It was a big scene. They detained him, and the cops came, and they found cocaine on his possession, which should be no surprise to us because he raps about being high all the time. And hello, did you guys, like I did, watch that video of him snorting a white powder a couple of years ago off some girl's body? Also, speaking of cocaine and Halsey, she has been vocal about her bipolar disorder. And there was that video of Halsey on a yacht with a key snorting something. If you have bipolar disorder, I don't know if doing cocaine is good for you. I'm not saying she was that night, but that's where my brain went after her boyfriend got arrested for cocaine possession. But there is an update on that. He's already out of jail, has agreed to pay some fines, and will not, and it's all a settled matter in Sweden. I guess they were able to expedite it, and he I guess pled guilty and has been convicted and will serve no jail time. Lucky for him. All right, on to more controversy. Gigi Hadid was on the cover of this magazine in Italy, Vogue Italia, and she was bronzed to death. She was so bronzed that many people thought she was doing blackface. Well, I don't think she was doing blackface. I think they just really bronzed her. And she apologized. Even though, you know what? I don't think she should have apologized because that was clearly out of her control. She is a model. She's getting paid to do what the magazine and the photographer want her to do. But nice of her to apologize. She cares about that money and she doesn't want to offend brands. In other controversial news, my YouTube friends, Kate Winslet had some interesting words to say about women wearing revealing clothes on the red carpet. She says, I'm not she says that basically she doesn't like looking at women that wear too little clothes. I'm not interested in whether people look at me or not. In fact, quite the opposite. If I have to come to an event, it's always nice to feel a bit pulled together, but nothing that draws too much attention. Well, that's you, Kate Winslet. Personally, I like it when women who rock it wear whatever they want. I mean, I say that now because those are not my daughters. I probably wouldn't love it that much then. On to even more controversial and wild news. Sandra Bullock had a stalker who killed himself after a standoff with police in her home. Wow. Also, a sad update on Avicii. If you missed it from earlier in the week, it was reported he committed suicide. Well, his family had a sense that something was wrong with him, that he was in that dark place because they spoke to him on the phone earlier in the week. So they were on their way to try to bring him back home and save him. In fact, his brother landed that same day. He was already on his way and was just a few hours late. In more health-related news, some positive news from Amy Schumer. She is on the mend after being hospitalized with a kidney infection and is home. And I'm going to predict that Amy Schumer may be next to get a divorce after Colton Haynes. I mean, not literally right next, but maybe within the next year. In more news of the controversial or just unpleasant kind, this is like the whole Me Too segment right now. 2 additional women have come forward with shocking allegations against R. Kelly. And still, RCA Records, his label, does nothing. Also, 27 more women have come forward with allegations against Charlie Rose. All the details on my site. Also, Jeffrey Tambor, who was fired from Transparent for alleged sexual misconduct, has been hired by Netflix for the next season of Arrested Development. I guess they're not bothered by it. I'm on YouTube right now talking directly to you, but Jada Pinkett Smith is coming to Facebook. She is launching a new Facebook TV show with her daughter Willow and with her mother. And one of the things that's made headlines today is making peace with Gabrielle Union on the show. Not quite sure what started their beef. And actually, Jada says she's not sure either. Also, Jada joined Instagram. If you're not following her yet, give her a follow. More TV-related news. American Idol has been renewed for a second season on ABC, despite the mediocre ratings on the network. That surprised me. Are you guys watching American Idol this season? I mean, maybe they just spent so much money on it. They want to give it a second season before canceling it, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Also, let's move on to some lighthearted, positive stuff. Kevin Hart had a very scary airplane ride. He said it was super serious, but thankfully he is alive and a little more grateful for that today. Also, this girl slid into Michael B. Jordan's DMs on Instagram after she found out that he was filming at her university, Temple, and she got him to meet up with her. Resourceful. You never know what you can get until you ask for it. Also, let's end things with some royal wedding news. Before I get to your questions, I will get to your questions. Meghan Markle's half-brother is urging Prince Harry not to marry her, saying this is the biggest mistake in royal wedding history. That's just so unfortunate because I think he just did that for a paycheck. He probably got paid. However, some positive royal wedding updates. The Kensington Palace, has revealed that Meghan Markle's father will be walking her down the aisle and her mother will also be there. And there is a ton of more royal wedding updates. I'll put the link below later. All right, so this is brand new. I see you guys. And I'm going to take some of your questions now that I'm live. Who has a question they want to ask? I'll take questions for a couple of minutes. Hey there, Death by Jesus. Hey, Princess Greek. I love the UK. Oh, thank you for watching me on Celebrity Big Brother. I would love to do it one more time. They paid really well. It's the only reason I did it. Anybody else have any questions? Hey, Tracy from LA. Tracy Bueno. Appreciate you for watching. Oh, thank you, Death by Jesus. Let your friends know that I'm on here to subscribe. I'm going to be making live videos on the YouTube. Any other questions? Thank you, Seattle. Ray Ray. Hey, Sally. Appreciate you. Hey, Ginger Flower. Hey, Wendy, my friend. Love ya. Jadero. Jadero, my old school friend. I love you so much. So happy to see you. I do have my own show on here, Sally, but I would like to be making more money. I would love to have one fourth and final, but I'm not making enough money for a fourth and final. And I'll end things there. Well, maybe I'll take a couple more questions. What did I think about Kris Jenner's appearance on Ellen? I liked that she revealed some, but clearly wasn't the most revealing. Oh, thank you, Princess Greek. And you know what since I'm on YouTube, are any of you guys longtime YouTube users? I'm an OG YouTuber. If you search my videos on this profile, I have 2 YouTube channels. At Perez Hilton, which is what you're watching right now, and I also have a family channel, The Perez Hilton, where it's me, my kids, but also personal life stuff. Right here is for celebrity stuff. In my personal life one, The Perez Hilton, I talk about wellness, parenting, relationships, and all that stuff. But I've been making videos on YouTube since 2007, maybe even 2006. I don't remember. But randomly, last night, I was thinking of this old YouTuber, or OG YouTuber, I should say, named Venetian Princess. Do any of you guys remember Venetian Princess? If you go to her YouTube account, you can see that a lot of her videos went viral and got millions of views. She had a couple of videos with 40 million, 50 million views. And I randomly was thinking about her, and I went to her Instagram and I went to her YouTube, and I saw that she's been struggling lately financially and with her mental health as well, and can't even afford the things she claims she needs to make videos, which is really sad. So I'll end there, starting off with YouTube and ending with YouTube. I just want to send positive, genuine love and healing vibes to Venetian Princess and to all of you watching me live or watching the replay. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this extra long video today, hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video, and if you're not doing it, follow and subscribe. Have a wonderful weekend, my friends. Mwah.